Hi, I'm Jeff.
Hi, I'm Hanny.
Welcome to part 2 of this month's Building Character lesson. Our lesson this month is titled Facing Difficult Times.
Right. During part 1 of our lesson, we started talking about facing difficult times. Facing tough times and surviving them is a big part of building character.
Right. As we learned last time, there's a saying, when the going gets tough, the tough get going. The author of our article had no idea what this saying meant until she went through some tough times of her own.
Yep, this person had it bad. She felt as if her troubles would never end and that everything was getting worse day by day. This person felt as though she was all alone and that there was no way out.
Another saying in English, she had it bad, and that ain't good. And worst of all, though, this person felt alone, as if asking for help were out of the question, which is crazy.
Yes, it is. Find a friend and ask for help. The magic that follows might just blow you away, as we'll find out soon. Anyway, with that, it is now time to review today's vocabulary. Then we'll come back and start reading from today's lesson. 好，我们在第一天的课文读到，作者没能力解决自己的困境，也没有向人求助，那认为别人说不会懂的。后来他就跟一位好友聊过之后，才发现对方经历过许多跟他一样的困难。那朋友说，那些事情不会永远一直都这样的。那么 forever 就是永远，它是副词。例如 Would you want to live forever? Would you want to live forever? 你会想永远活着，会想永生不死吗？好，那么接着作者的朋友建议他用不同的角度看事情，像是把失败当成通往成功的必经之路。况且作者他过去所碰过的困境，他都挺过来了，现在应该够坚强，够有能力去处理了。好，这边有3个单字 advise 它表示建议，是个动词。例如The doctor advised him to get more exercise. The doctor advised him to get more exercise. 医生建议他要多运动。下一个单字 path 是名词，可以用来指小路、路径。那么在课文里面，它是用来指途径，像是达到某个目的或结果的途径。例如 Ryan's path to success was difficult.Ryan's path to success was difficult. Ryan 的成功之路走得很辛苦，很艰辛。好，最后一个单字 skillful。我们知道 skill 是技巧、技术，后面加上形容词字尾 ful 就变成这个形容词 skillful 是熟练的、有技术的。例如 Jeremy is very skillful at dribbling.Jeremy is very skillful at dribbling.Jeremy 他的运球技术高超，他运球很厉害。好啦，现在看完单字例句，我们来读课文吧。
My feelings changed when I talked to a good friend of mine. She experienced many of the same difficulties as I did. She said they didn't last forever. She advised me to look at things differently. For example, when we fail,It doesn't mean we're on the wrong path. Instead, it's a great learning experience that can put us on the right one.
Explanation 1.
Welcome back, everyone. You know it, and I know it too. The name of this month's Building Character lesson is Facing Difficult Times. Now,Is it easy to face difficult times?
No,
of course not. But on the other hand, there is no better way to build character either.
Right. By the way, you should never think that you need to face difficult times by yourself. You can always talk to someone. We all have someone, maybe a friend, that we can talk to. So talk. The results might surprise you.
If you don't believe us, take it from the author of our lesson. She was going through some tough times.
Right. For her, It seemed as though there was no way out. Then she talked to a friend and things changed.
The author writes, "My feelings changed when I talked to a good friend of mine." You hear that? Her feelings changed. Hey, it sounds like things are starting to look up for the author. There's light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, what do you think of that, Teacher Daphne?
大家好，我是 Daphne。今天的第一则文法是 A good friend of mine， 意思是我的一位好友。Mine 是 I 我的所有格代名词，异同于 my 加名词，用来表示我的某人事物。例如 A good friend of mine 的 mine 就是 my good friends 我的好友们。换句话说 A good friend of mine 字面意思就是我的好友中的其中一位。我们来看个例句 A good friend of mine got married 我的一位好友结婚了。
Okay, everyone, we're back. And so is the author. So to speak, she's back. She's turned a corner. She's feeling better. You see, with the help of a friend, the author realized that she was not alone. The friend helped the author by letting her know that she experienced many of the same difficulties as the author did.
And that's not all she said either. We'll learn what else she said right after we hear from Teacher Daphne once more.
第二则文法是要来看一个句子咯。She experienced many of the same difficulties as I did. 意思是她和我经历过许多一样的困难。Experience 是及物动词，意思是经历、体验。后方接代名词 many 许多当受词。The same 点点点 as 则表示像点点点一样的。其中 the same 是形容词，意思是相同的，使用时后方要接名词。as 是连接词，意思是像点点点一样，使用时后方要接子句，主词加动词。我们来看个例句 Clarissa is wearing the same dress as I am. Clarissa 穿着跟我一样的洋装。
And we're back. So, what else did this great friend say? Well, first she said that she had gone through some of the same difficulties that the author had. Then, she said that these difficulties didn't last forever.
Now, this doesn't sound like much, but to a friend who's in need, it can make all the difference. Anyway, this is a really good friend we're talking about. She was really there for the author.
She really was. And that was wonderful of her. And get this, she's not done. Next, she's going to give the author some wonderful advice.
That's right. The friend advised the author to look at things differently.
For example, when we fail, it doesn't mean we're on the wrong path. I like that. Look at the world that way. Failure isn't really failure. It's more like an opportunity to learn.
But I think the friend said it better. She said, instead, think of failure as a great learning experience that can put us on the right path. 我们常常说人生好难啊，那么遇到失败的时候，也许可以用不同的角度来看待事情，不要认为那是白费功夫，而是一个宝贵的学习经验，可以带领我们走向成功。那文中两个补充单字differently 这个副词表示不同的，那么 instead 也是副词，它表示反而怎么样怎么样。好啦，我们要先休息一下咯。
Okay, with that, it is now time for us to take a break. But don't go away. We'll be back soon.
Then she reminded me, I already survived many difficulties. So I was strong and skillful enough to handle them. Tough times don't get me down now.
Explanation 2.
Welcome back to the second and final part of this month's building character lesson titled Facing Difficult Times. The author has a friend.
And this friend is wise, very wise. She has been through some tough times and has survived them too.
And what's more, she was there when her friend, the author, needed her. She helped the author and offered her some advice too.
Yep, but even after that, she wasn't done. She told the author that there was something that she shouldn't forget.
The author says, "Then she reminded me that I already survived many difficulties." That is, this friend reminded the author that the author was stronger than she thought she was.
And this helped the author to realize that she was strong and skillful enough to handle her difficulties.
So, tough times don't get her down now, because she knows that she can handle them. So you see what happened there? The author faced tough times with the help of a friend and built some character, some backbone. Now the author can handle almost anything. Not unlike Teacher Daphne.
第三则文法是 something gets somebody down， 意思是某事物使某人沮丧。get 是及物动词，意思是使处于某种状态。三态是 get、got、gotten。down 是形容词，意思是情绪低落的、消沉的。例如 The bad news got Matthew down. 这个坏消息让 Matthew 心情低落。
And we're back, but not for long. You see, with that, this month's building character lesson is now complete.
Right, and that means it's time for us to take a break. Goodbye for now, and see you next month.
Bye-bye.
Facing difficult times.
My feelings changed when I talked to a good friend of mine. She experienced many of the same difficulties as I did. She said they didn't last forever. She advised me to look at things differently. For example, when we fail, it doesn't mean we're on the wrong path. Instead, it's a great learning experience that can put us on the right one. Then she reminded me, I already survived many difficulties, so I was strong and skillful enough to handle them. Tough times don't get me down now.
Fisherman's Wharf is known for its sunset and ocean scenery. The boardwalk is the perfect place to see both. There are all kinds of restaurants below it. Lover's Bridge looks like a ship, and it's a favorite spot for couples. The tourist fish market and a museum of Danshui fishy goodies are at the other end of the harbor. The museum shows fishery culture. It often has activities for visitors to join in. Lover's Tower gives you a great view as it turns around and around. There are lots of art shows to catch at Fisherman's Stage, too. Everyone loves to visit Fisherman's Wharf.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny， 又到1分钟的单元喽。那我们今天是用1分钟的时间来复习4个单字，也会造句练习。同学们，您都准备好没？好，1分钟计时，开始。第一个单字是表达永远，永远要怎么说？叫做 forever，forever， 它是个副词。Nothing lasts forever， 没有什么会持续到永远，没有什么东西会永续长存的。好，第二单字是表达建议。 好 ，advice A-D-V-I-C-E advice 是名词，这个建议。那我们这边是要学它的动词是 advise A-D-V-I-S-E advise. Our friend advised us to sell the old house. 朋友建议我们把那一间老房子卖掉。第三单字它可以指路径、小路，也可以用来表达可能是达到某个目的或结果的那个途径，它叫做 path。The star's path to success wasn't easy. 那位明星的成功之路并不容易。第四个单字它是表达熟练的，熟练那就跟技巧有关，技巧是 skill， 后面加 f-u-l 变 skillful， 熟练的。Her uncle is a skillful chess player. 他叔叔是个很厉害的西洋棋手。好，太好啦！我们在1分钟之内已经复习完4个单字，也造完例句喽。同学表现很棒诶，那我们下次见喽，拜拜。
See you next time.